Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Tourney, second day of the tournament. This is the first matchup in open division. We got a Chevron Ultimate playing against the BORA from Germany. It's Didzy Smulders with you and Michael Paul with me today.
Yes, this is going to be a really good game. Two very strong open sides coming into this Powerpool. Chevron coming off the back of some pretty strong wins yesterday, but then a loss to Groot, running quite a short line, so they're going to want to make amends for that. Tell me a little bit more about this BORA team.
Yeah, I had a quick chat with the BORA's captain before the game. It's a quite young team from Germany, made from 3 separate clubs. Most of these players have played on a youth level in Germany, so they said they're quite happy to be here, play on this high level. It's their first time's experience as a club, so it should be interesting. And we got an opening pull from Chevron. So BORA will start on the offense. Let's see, they're right on the brick mark, swinging between the handlers. Find something up the line. It seems like it's a hard man defense. Seems like both teams will play a lot of men defense. All right, BORA with a dangerous opportunity to open the game. And right up the line, number 8.
Yeah, Trump scoring that there. That looked pretty clean. Chevron offered a bit of a sag initially for a couple of passes, dropping to match. But BORA didn't look really troubled at all, did they?
No, not at all. Wide open cuts on the side of the fields.
Yeah, moving the disc very fluidly behind, round the back, and then striking really quickly up the line. And that final shot didn't look particularly troubled by defense.
Not at all. Quite easy hold for BORA's side. Let's see. I talked with the BORA about their defensive strategies before the game, so should be a hard man defense, but they have a zone as well in their pockets, so let's see if they will bring a zone as a surprise in one moment. But we got pretty much no win today, so we should be good for some hammers, scoobers. What do you think, Michael?
I agree. It's been quite still so far this morning. We got last game, the wind picked up a touch and started to affect the disc, but it's settled back down now. BORA, and the pull goes up. This one looks like it's going to sit quite well.
All right, not even to the end zone, around the brick mark. Ooh, what effort on the defense. So from Chevron, number 1, Josh Kiem, one of their main handlers. Was it Josh again? Josh sending it deep. And let's see if number 18 can come down with it.
Oh, and he does in the end!
No shot, Josh East.
Yeah, he's got a big up. Oh no, it's on the back.
It's out of bounds, but a good spirit. Quick play, BORA with their first break opportunity. Looking for options. Ooh, finds a swing, deep swing, but still resets the stall count. So many handlers on the BORA side. So we got a Henry with the disc. Number 23. Ooh, BORA looking good so far. Quite easy. A quick reset. A big man gets it.
Bit of a bailout there option coming from some Chevron pressure.
Seems like the BORA is forced to go back a bit, and immediately Chevron gets it back.
Martin Hill there with the D.
Looking for a swing. Quick dish to number 1. And that's the first point for the Chevron. The game is tied up 1-1.
That's 2 stats from Martin Hill in that 1 point. Both the D and the assist. Finding a nice bit of space, moving quickly to the sideline. Just pop the disc, nice and easy. Easy as you like to Sam Cameron.
Interesting. None of the teams are so far looking for the deep shots except that first pass from the Chevron, which sailed out of bounds, but to be honest, he almost got it on his first try, right?
Yeah, considering what the height mismatch was. He got up high, didn't he?
It was pretty high. I bet it was pretty much like 30 centimeters from the line, so should be quite close as well.
So both teams just taking a short moment. Chevron having a conversation about their defense. Bit of a new look line now this time. Some younger players on this line for Chevron. They've got a good youth development program working into Chevron as a club.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're based around one of the schools out that way, around Birmingham.
Well, it's the first game of the second day as well. After 4 games yesterday, I think, you know, you can definitely feel the legs. What a pull!
Big pull from
Will it
Rowan
come
there.
back?
We can't see it. It's gone straight over our heads. It's come back a long way, but not made very many yards into the pitch.
I wouldn't say very good.
He'd be disappointed with that. He'll be really disappointed with that.
Well, but defense is already set, so let's see what Chevron have up for them. It seems like they have a zone. Chevron with a zone defense, but BORA, it seems like it doesn't bother them.
Looks like we've switched to match now.
I can feel the wind is a bit picking up.
It is a bit gusty, doesn't it? It comes and goes.
Plus, we might have a bit of a rain as well coming towards us.
Yeah, it does feel like it's trying to rain. BORA moving quickly.
Let's see, could be a couple of passes. Right in the corner. Swings it to the middle. Doesn't look for a break.
Surprised he didn't take that continuation option.
Exactly. It was a bit surprising, but sometimes it's better to play it safe.
Talk about playing it safe. That's a big, big swing.
And a quick inside dish to number 4 on the BORA side. It's Schulz. Nick Schulz with his first point, and if I'm not mistaken, BORA is up 2-1.
Indeed, and well on with that big, big swing there, looking to move it onto the break side, wielding quite successfully just for that final pop-in score.
All right, so far each team with a single turnover. Pretty clean game, I would say.
I think they're very much still feeling each other out. We've seen a couple of defensive looks already, but I think this game has a lot more to give. I think we're going to see some really tight, really competitive match defense.
Definitely. It's a power pool after all. The team's fighting for that spot in a quarterfinal. So yeah, that's the aim of today, just to get to the quarterfinals for the teams. We'll see if Chevron can ease their way through BORA, at least through the seeding. And yesterday shouldn't be that hard, but BORA is up 2-1 and they're not ready to give up. So BORA with a pull. This looks way better. Sideline is happy about it.
Fielded at the back of the end zone, but moved to the front quite comfortably without too much defensive pressure from BORA.
All right, right on the sideline, up the middle. Seems like we'll look for a swing option. Exactly, gets a swing to Kian.
Had someone go down in the middle of the pitch, I think we may have a call.
I think this will go back to Kimi, right? Yeah, this back to Josh Kimi, one of their main handlers. Seems like he's calling for some set plays from the stack.
You'd imagine a deep option here.
Exactly. Like quite lengthy players from both sides, so should be interesting to see. Some deep battles as well, some sky balls. In the meantime, Chevron right on the doorstep. Quick blade, and that will seal the deal, and we're back up. Tie game, 2-2.
I don't think that comes quite off the training ground, but they worked well, adapted, found the space.
Well, sometimes you just gotta throw over defender something, and a quick blade. How can you guard that one?
Indeed, sometimes just throw around the defense.
Yeah, exactly. When he turns back on you, you just got to go with it. Interesting. So we have a 2-2. A lovely moment for you, ladies and gentlemen, to like, share, and subscribe, right? Make sure you support Alti TV. And yeah, if you're supporting some other players, some other teams, let us know in the comments who you're rooting for. Who will tomorrow play on the semifinals? I guess that's the big question of today. So you can make your predictions already. You got your predictions, Michael?
I don't know BORA that well, but I'm quite comfortable with Chevron. Been around the UK scene for a long time. They're a good club. Second for quite a long time. I think they expect to win this game. That could be their downfall. Big flick pull. Is it going to hold? It does.
Seems like. A big pull. Ooh.
From a flick as well. Huge.
All right, so BORA stuck in their end zone. What a layout effort. And the BORA player can't hold it on. And a quick bookend for Ethan Morrill. Wow, what a defensive effort. Immediately got up, rushed to the zone, and got the quick dish up the line.
That's how Chevron like to play. They like to go for big individual moments on D, big layout blocks. That's how they're going to try and play. BORA just need to not give them those fine margins, play around with the big margins, keep the disc alive.
Well, it seemed like he didn't got the hand on the disc, but the pressure was enough for the player to wobble it.
Oh, we've all been there, haven't we? Someone flies past you and you fluff the disc.
Oh.
Yeah, it forces the BORA player
And
Gruter to go a little bit out of his comfort range, catch the disc quite far forward.
And that was on the BORA's captain as well.
More with that score.
And the Chevron gets the first break of the game. It's 3-2.
Indeed, not seen many turnovers so far, just 3 turnovers in this game in the first 5 points. Every other point going the way of the pull.
Yep.
BORA are ready. And another
flick pull. Wow.
This one looks like it's going to be a bit rolly.
Well, the BORA side didn't catch the pull, so that's already a win-win for the defense, I would say. Another zony look for the Chevron.
Yeah, Chevron are definitely poaching off some players, trying to make it a bit tricky.
It seems like they have one guy in a deep area, and they're just trying to feed him up the middle. Number 85. Okay, let's see. Up the line.
Distributing.
So far, they have a pretty good movement up the line, the BORA side.
And it's done them quite well so far at this point. This defense not stopped them too much.
Swinging around the brick mark, always good. Right on the doorstep. It's pretty much like knock knock. Who's there? It's 3-3.
Especially with this sort of still weather, that popping backhand pass onto the break side. We saw it utilised really well in earlier games. But it's going to, I think, be very powerful so far today.
A quick give and go, it's pretty much hard to stop it when you immediately when you throw a disc start running unguardable. And yeah, the game is tied 3-3.
Let's have another look at this.
So let's see. Quick dish, immediately running and gets it back.
Hockey assist to himself from Trump there.
Whoop whoop. All right, so BORA looking quite well based on results they had yesterday against the other teams.
How did they go?
They won only one game, 11-10, and they lost all the other games. They lost to the Mooncatchers, they lost to the Is No Good, and I think they won Free Speed.
I was saying Mooncatchers and Is No Good. That's not an easy couple of games.
Definitely. I think they played the Is No Good in a Powerpool as their 4th game. So Is No Good is in a Powerpool with these two teams and Gruth, which game is happening next to us on the next field. So it should be interesting because Chevron yesterday lost their match. First match of the Powerpool against the Gruth, who's with a 10-man roster.
I know.
I had the quick chat with Ben Orton in the morning, and he was like, yeah, I don't know how we did it, but it was nice.
So Chevron now with the disc.
Chevron looking to hold their offense. Ooh. It seems like there is a zone from the BORA side as well. Nice.
Oh, but Chevron threading it through really nicely. Oh, made it a bit tricky there. Lots of work to do for the receiver.
Okay, so the BORA forced that turnover. Let's see if they can manage to move ahead in this game once again.
Cartwright didn't have the nicest pass to reel in. Gave it 2 shots, but couldn't keep hold of it.
All right, so BORA starting their offense. As they said, they usually have a vertical stack. At least that's what the captain said. They're trying to work on their system. All right, Chevron with a big swing. Looking for options. Swings it back.
Very loud sideline here. Both teams in good voice.
Kimi. What a fake, man. Somebody give this defender a map, please. Wow. Right, Kimi burning up the line. Doesn't get it. Chevron with a quick reset. Seems like the stack at least is moving. Going deep. And bang.
He got a lot of separation there. Closest person to him wasn't even his defender.
A bit of a sharp throw, but right on the money. Chevron up 4-3. Will we get a replay of it? You think it wasn't his man?
No, I think he
guarding.
got
That
huge
was like
amounts
a
of
poach.
separation and someone else peeled off to help.
Yeah, it seems like something didn't work in this zone.
Yeah, see the separation.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you sleep just a tiny bit on defense.
Yeah, Fox does a good job to make the distance, but it wasn't really his job to try and stop that.
And the game is tied. I think Chevron should be up 4-3 now. All right, so it is 4-3. Lovely. It's always nice to follow through the game. All right, BORA's side. The coach is saying that they should communicate more on the field, on defense, to avoid such mismatchups in the end zone as they had in a previous point. In the meantime, another flake pull from the Chevron side sails out of bounds, so BORA will start from the brick mark, which is approximately 15 meters from the start of the end zone. Split stack for the BORA side. Let's see how they will open up the field. Quick dish up the line. In the middle. 2 passes and they're already at the opposing side brick.
That's the danger of not completing your pull in open. The brick mark is too close to your end zone.
Exactly. I think around the brick mark is the most dangerous place where to attack the end zone from.
Yeah, especially with the sort of throws that we see in this division now.
Up the line, and yes, sir. That's a quick point for the BORA.
Grew to with that score there.
It's hard to stop it if you allow them to break the mark. And that's a 4-4. Quite interesting. Wind is definitely starting to pick up.
Indeed, yeah.
Plus, it's getting a bit breezy. So let's see how this will turn out. Both teams have pulled out the zoney look a couple of times.
It's not the sort of wind you'd expect to stop overheads, though. It just makes them a bit trickier. You might see discs holding a little bit longer than we expect.
I think most of the teams are not a big fan of like hammers and scoobers outdoors in general. Plus, if there is a bit of a wind, for me personally, it always makes me think about it. Do I really want it? But it seems like none of these teams have decided to go for the hammers or scoobers yet. I think we haven't even seen a lefty, a couple of higher releases or something like that. But in the meantime, BORA with a massive pull. Should hang there for a bit. Defense is already on the mark. Kimi with a disc. Big fakes. Finds someone up the field. Of course, swings it. Will he complete the swing? Nope. Kimi back with the disc, going in deep. Should be all day. Oh, garbage man? No, this time. Wow.
That all came from the additional BORA player. Peeling off their match, coming in really quickly and really loud. You can hear him from here. Must have thrown the Chevron player off.
I think Kimi did a pretty good throw. The defender just had I guess a bit of a pressure from the 2 guys coming at him.
Yeah, and Cartwright couldn't quite get up there and take it down.
Yeah, I think he had a bit more time. Ooh, a Kimi quick interception and a Kimi with a bookend. All right, Chevron gets it back quite quickly, moves up 5-4. Interesting, 2 high missed discs from both teams. Should be interesting. Let's see if one of the teams soon will decide to call a timeout. I think we already have played like 20 minutes. Could be around that, right, Michael?
Yeah, that does feel about right so far.
So it should be like 20 minutes played. quite quick game. I'm not sure if we have had many turnovers.
We've had quite a few turnovers, actually. And
Only 5 turnovers.
Interestingly enough, Chevron's offense is turning over quite a lot, but have held every single offensive point. BORA, on the other hand, have turned over less and conceded more breaks. So it feels like when Chevron's offensive line turned, their D is much, much stronger, and they're getting that disc back. And we saw a good example of that there.
Well, let's see if the teams can put that same intensity on the defense in the rest of the game. Chevron with a big pull. Let's see if the BORA will catch it. At least stopped it. Looking for the options. Previously, their coach explained me their system. A deep shot. Oh, right on the money.
That was a ripper. That was amazing. Anyone with the score there?
That's how they tie up the game once again, 5-5. You can feel the energy from the BORA side. They came here to ball in this first game.
They did, and looking at Chevron, they look a bit dispirited from that. They'd expect a bit better as a defensive line.
Well, I think Chevron didn't expect that type of effort from the BORA side, especially this early on a game 2 after hard games yesterday. It seems you can definitely see it when they were warming up. The Chevron guys were a bit more stiff. BORA guys were smiling, having fun. You can feel the energy.
That's the most important thing. Come and enjoy it. That's how you win games.
But still, I'm pretty sure if Chevron will need it to turn on the hype and energy, it's just like a light switch. Quick flip and ching. We here. All right, let's see if BORA could get a turn on the Chevron side. Decent pull. Kian with a disc. Up the line. Will they go deep? No. A big fake. Kian back with a disc. Seems like we get a pick call. Stock should be 0. Let's see when the game will start.
So just to reiterate that point I made earlier, Chevron's offensive line have turned 3 times and held every single time. BORA have turned once, and that was the break.
Okay. All right, the big man, number 20. 22 or 26? 26. Sweetnam. With a point on the Chevron side. Chevron up 6-5. I think that was one of the first deep shots from the Chevron side. We haven't seen a fulfilled hooks yet. At least both teams are playing it fairly safe, not risking it much. And I think you can see it on the scoreboard. It's 6-5. We don't have that much turnovers. In total, only 7 throughout the whole game in the first 10 points. I would say it's reasonable.
It's reasonable, but I think Chevron are going to want to tighten that up a little bit. You can't keep turning over it expecting to get it back.
Well, it's the first game of the day. It's a bad excuse always, but you can always blame it on this early morning.
Especially with a 3-day tournament, you can't afford to not turn up to the first half of 3 games.
Well, it's a 60-minute game, so you should be ready from the first point. First of all, I would say, but not playing, so who am I to say what should be done, right?
Exactly. What do we know about this Frisbee thing?
Yeah, we don't play Frisbee, guys, at all. In the meantime, BORA already in the midfield, looking for those deep shots. And instead, swinging the disc in between the handlers, up the middle.
Oh, what a bit! What a bit! That was huge!
My lord. Both hands up. Man flying to get the disc. Immediately Chevron shoots it deep. Should be uncontested. Bam!
That defensive play though, he read that coming so much earlier. I wonder if we can get a replay of that. That was a fantastic bid.
Who was it? Was it number 18?
So here we have the score. Really nicely laid up pass. Lots and lots of separation for the Chevron player. Makes a good job of it. Still goes up high. Make sure.
And Elliot Parnell with the point there. But who was the man with the defense? Full extension. Wow. He literally did a silly salmon.
An effective silly salmon nonetheless.
True. If it works. Wow. All right, if Chevron wants to play like this, it's always good. So the Chevron is up 6-5.
Here we go, fantastic bid, peeling off. Great job there.
Wow, thank you for the replay. Like, share, and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. Top ultimate stream here in Europe, Australia, or wherever you are. Just contact us if you need some streams.
Chevron taking a moment on D now, having a bit of a chat.
It seems like everything is working out for them. Wow, on the score sheet it's 7-5 up for Chevron. That was a massive break. Very nice layout D. Immediately a deep shot, so let's see how BORA can bounce back. Interesting decision to catch it. Catch the pull. I respect when you catch the pull. So BORA up the line. Doesn't like the option. We'll look for a swing. Will he continue? Not this time. Asking for some undercuts.
Oh, they are getting a bit tied up. Oh, and an easy bailout. You'd expect a little bit better from your handler marks there.
A bit of a bump there. Should be uncontested foul. Stall count will reset. So let's see if he will use the man on the side for a quick dish.
You'd hope so. Having got so stuck in that middle field, they want to get that disc moving, get it to the sideline, and hopefully utilize a deep cut.
Yeah, exactly.
We might see Schneck going deep there, 85.
Could be. Well, he's wide open under as well.
They elect to take it to the other opposite sideline.
All right, so BORA just swinging. Very nice handler movement from their side, just keeping disc alive, making Chevron run, but it seems like Chevron is doing a bit of a zoney look.
Oh, huge! Came off his person.
Wow! Full horizontal above the belt. No shot. Another layout deep from the Chevron side. Will they manage to secure their second break in a row?
Good work from Hart there, keeping that disc alive. He's one of the players to come through their junior setup.
You can definitely feel the energy from the young guys in the morning. Second day, fresh legs. Right on the doorstep. Will they try to squeeze it in? Foot block! No way.
I think we have a call on that play. Or maybe an injury. Looks like Thompson took a foot to the mouth.
Oh wow, let's see the replay of it. Oh, he kicked the disc in his face.
That's not the best thing you want to see. That's not a replay he's going to want to watch again.
It's like literally in your face. Wow, but the foot block was impressive.
Yeah, Thompson got a little bit stuck there.
Ouch.
Tried to take the inside option.
He's okay. But the massive rejection for the BORA. Right on the doorstep. Wow. After that layout D in the previous play, I'm amazed. By the way, shout out to the camera crew for getting that awesome block there. Camera 1, camera 2, I love you guys. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, BORA trying to get their 6th point of the game. Not much movement of the field, but a handler movement is very nice. A quick zoney look for the Chevron side. Forced the turnover.
Forced a little bit of the throw there from Schneck and couldn't quite be reeled in by the BORA player. Comes from some strong match defense, making the window smaller.
Both teams are having to run more physically in the last couple of points. First hammer.
There's
down
your hammer.
Goes the hammer. Let's go.
Allen with the score there.
And the Chevron moves up 8-5. Is it like a 3rd break in a row? I think it's the 3rd break in a row for the Chevron. Yup. Not bad. Impressive.
Not bad at all.
Impressive. After that huge foot block, I thought at least something will shift. But I guess we have a timeout on the field. Will we have a quick commercial? All right, it seems like we ain't gonna have a quick commercial.
Whoo! So if you're in that BORA circle now, what would you be saying to your team? I'd be saying, like, they're doing the right things, getting in the right places, but the pressure's starting to come from Chevron. They need to just add that, make sure they're going at 100%, don't sit off any discs. We've seen 2 big layout Ds now. They need to start putting some of their own in, stamp their mark. Chevron, on the other hand, just keep going, keep calm. They're in a really good position now. Stop turning over on offense, keep getting those big defensive turns.
Well, Chevron is definitely putting their running gear in a second gear so they can ease their way through the offense. I would tell to BORA's side just to keep running under, don't stop until you have the disc in your hand, because those guys are flying for it, and put the pressure on the mark. You already saw the hand block. We can do this. Let's try to force them to go deep, and let's get an easy block. Let's get those 50-50 throws on our side.
Exactly.
Plus, we haven't seen that many 50-50 throws, right?
No, I'd agree.
Exactly. Quite safe game from the both sides. Interesting.
Just good defensive pressure.
Exactly.
First job, first thing BORA needs to do is put this offensive point in. A couple of breaks on the trot, they need to settle the ship.
They have to get a quick defense close to that end zone. A quick hand block. Oof, another one. As my DJ Khaled would say. Another one. All right, so let's see some quick information. Did you know, guys, Chevron Action Flash are going to Cincinnati this summer? What do you think, Michael? How Chevron will do in Cincinnati?
Well, I think they're hoping that they do quite well. They've been the bridesmaid for quite a long time at UK Nats, always coming second to Chevron, to Clapham, my apologies. They're going to want to go out there and take some scalps, and they're working really hard this season. They've got quite a strong outfit, and they expect quite a lot of themselves.
Well, Chevron is definitely a team to be prepared when you play them, because those guys always are tough to play. In the meantime, BORA already right next to the end zone. Quick swing, swings it fully to the other side of the field.
They're getting a little stuck now, BORA. They've made the yards quite well.
Well, they're trailing, so 100% options, I would say. Okay.
Almost made a mess of that.
Well, a bit of a questionable throw, but a very good position to score for BORA now. Up the line. Will we have another reset? Of course, quick reset. Stacky's not even moving on BORA's side. A bit more running, guys.
No more options coming from them.
Exactly.
Everything's on the break side.
Exactly. So much working to get there, but in the end, you just don't want to finish it. And that's what you get if you don't help your handlers from the stack.
Exactly. Handlers have to make something happen, and that's where you see mistakes come from.
Exactly. That's how you build the character. In those moments, you just have to run. What a sky ball. Injury call, stepped on the foot. All right, so a quick sub for the Chevron. Quite unfortunate. I can feel the pain in my feet.
Yeah, it went up high. It took a bit of contact. And
yeah, definitely threw some contact. Came down with it.
not a small lad to come down on your foot.
Definitely. But oh man, cleat is already off for the man on the sideline. But let's see, Chevron back on the track. Stall count is counting. Looking for a swing. A bit of a sharpie one, but still managed to get it through. Shoots it deep. Will he get it? Oh, yes, sir. He gets it, number 72 on the Chevron side.
Throw from Morrow there. Didn't quite hold as well as I think he'd have wanted it to, but there was enough separation. The receiver could make sure he took his time and kept that one. That's another break.
And that was the first point for Seb Allen. He had a defense and assist as well, so 3 points in this game. Multiple Chevron players are having 3+ points in this game. 2 of them, but still. It's Ethan Morrill, one of the handlers, and Seb Allen. Having quite a game for them. To be honest, Chevron's stat sheet looks quite solid because everyone is doing something for the team.
Yeah, but Seb Allen coming atop, one of each. A goal, an assist, and a D. That's exactly what you want to see.
Exactly. And the BORA side as well, none of the players have more than 1 assist or 1 goal.
Well, it's pretty tricky when you've only put 5 on the board.
True, true. By the way, score is 9-5. Wind, I thought previously we had a bit more wind, but it's still a bit breezy out here.
It's a bit gusty, it's a bit unsettled, but nothing too difficult for teams of this caliber. Thompson goes with another big pull.
This pull should be way better. Ooh, right on the line. Back line of the end zone. A Callahan? Will we see a Callahan? A Callahan! Oh,
Lord! Rowan Thompson with the Callahan.
That's how you throw a pull and get the Callahan, ladies and gentlemen. Exactly.
Of his own pull.
Insane.
Fantastic. Let's have another look at that. That is beautiful.
Not to brag, I called it.
Oh, lovely.
Wow.
I thought they'd miss the opportunity. They were a little bit late coming onto some of the handlers, but that burned his way in. Fantastic way to come back from that foot block as well.
Exactly.
Fantastic. Oh, especially considering he comes out of middle field.
It wasn't even his guy.
Oh, no, he sees it brilliantly.
It wasn't his guy. What?
Didn't even need to get dirty to do it. Fantastic.
What a way. 10-5, and I believe it's a timeout.
Yeah, you take a timeout after that, wouldn't you?
I believe it is a timeout.
Didn't really see much of a chance for BORA's offense to develop there, but they are struggling. Last couple of the points, cuts aren't coming, making it tricky for themselves.
Definitely, but a big shout out on the pull. After such a pull, it's pretty much a crime not to get a Callahan. And the fact that he threw a pull and ran across the field and get a Callahan. Respect for the guy. NPC stuff over there.
BORA now need to settle themselves down and get themselves a point back on the board. 10-5, it's getting away from them really, really quickly now.
Yeah, I think we have like 15 minutes remaining in this game as well. Let's see if this will go to the point cap. We got a 10-5, Chevron with a 5-point lead. I think we even had a 5-5. It was quite interesting, but we have a quick conversation in between the players on the field. Let's see some hand signals. What do you think? Feel free to use the chat. Well, it seemed like there was a bit of a contact, but to be honest, it seems like he didn't really have a chance on the disc, and the call is retracted, so the turnover stands. And the Chevron will proceed with their 5th break opportunity in a row. Wow, 5 breaks in a row. Is it coming? Is this the break train? By the way, in a bit more than an hour, we have a game in between Wall City and the Moon Catchers. Definitely one of the most exciting games of today for the live stream, so make sure to be here at 12:10, I believe. In the meantime, Chevron looking to get their 5th break in a row. Easy swing. Going it deep, a bit of a contested. Oh, swats it away. Number 85 on the BORA side.
That was into double coverage before the disc went up, and a 3rd BORA player coming through.
All right, so BORA denied the 5th break opportunity for the Chevron. Sends it deep. Will be close. What a grab!
What a grab!
Holy days, an injury call. An injury call. Can we get a replay of it? Full extension. Look at that. Oh, wow. If this would be Twitch, I would tell you clip it. By the way, you can clip it now on YouTube as well.
So take a look at our stats. According to what we've got here, that guy's 22 and been playing 10 years. No wonder he pulls out bids like that.
22 and playing 10 years. All right. Makes sense because most of these guys have played already on the youth scene with each other.
And he does like to refer to himself as the German Wolf of Wall Street.
Really? Well, that's a nice reference. Well. All right, BORA right on the doorstep. Quick swing. Ooh, had to get on his knees to get it. What a throw that was. Broke the mark like it's not there. Solkan rising up, high release. And that's a hold for BORA.
Finally.
Scores 10-6. Finally, indeed. Took some time for them to get back on the scoreboard, but with such a big layout, that's what it takes for them to put their bodies on the line, show the Chevron, we're here, we're not giving up.
No.
We still got like 20 minutes left.
Yeah, I'd say BORA would be happy to get it in, but not happy how they did it. That comes off a big huck and then all break side play. We pointed out earlier, they're not getting free on the open side.
True, Chevron is doing a very good job of not allowing anything on an open side and just putting a pressure on the break throws. That's what you want to see from good teams.
Exactly, that's how good match defense works. Body
Exactly.
up, stop the options, force the opposition to make poor choices.
What do you think? Will BORA bring out the zone? I think previously it worked. Or it didn't work because Chevron was way too good just going through their zone.
Chevron did move quite quickly, and I don't think
That's
BORA have the
true.
time to settle into his zone if they want to win this game. They need to go out there and get blocks, do what Chevron have been doing to them, shut down the open side, and start flying.
I think it's super hard to play Chevron game against Chevron. A hard physical game.
I don't think they have much option.
True. It doesn't seem like they got much options. All right, we got some hammers coming out from Chevron's side. Josh Keam with a hammer previously. Will he have another deep shot? Ooh, quite easy, got it under, up the line, fakes it. Nobody's counting, and up the line, and that's an easy point for Josh East. His first point of the game, and a little sweet Cristiano Ronaldo. All
A couple
right.
of BORA players pulling off their match there to kind of cover that initial work up the line, but they never really settled back into it. An open match, open point for Josh East.
What a lovely friend we have over here. I'm gonna call him James. All right, so the score is 11-6, Chevron up. I think we will see a point cap in this game.
Yeah, you'd imagine so at this stage.
We still get like 18 minutes left. But let's see. I don't wanna disappoint BORA fans. BORA is doing pretty well. Some forced errors from the Chevron side. Let's see if the BORA can wake up and put some pressure on Chevron's offense as well. Because so far Chevron is looking quite smooth on their offense.
They are, but we've not seen much of them this second half of the game. A couple of turnovers early on, but they managed to put them all in.
Well, there is a difference of 5 turnovers separating these teams, and on the scoreboard, those are 5 points as well. All right, BORA already in the middle of the field. Obviously looking for swing options. Doesn't choose a quick and go.
Oh, good effort
post
there.
defense doesn't work this time.
Parnell trying to peel off his man, get the D.
No one's guarding the disc now. Quite interesting defensive pressure from the Chevron side. Oh, what an effort on the defense. But this time it's not enough. BORA managed to score their 7th point of the game. It's 11-7. Wow, but that was a big effort from O'Callaghan.
Yeah, a big effort from Thompson there. Again, don't want to labour the point, but that's breakside offense. That seems to be route one for them.
Well, it seems like that's what Chevron is forcing them to throw break throws, and seems like BORA have cracked it a bit, using the break throws in their advantage.
But will it be enough for them to pull back into this game? I'm not really sure.
I'm not really sure either, but we'll see, we'll see.
We
It depends if Chevron is going to do some errors, easy drops, or not, because if the team is not making any mistakes, it's hard to force such a good team to make any mistakes, especially this late in the game.
I agree. 15 minutes left.
All right, massive pull from BORA. Will it stay in? All right, stays in bounds. Josh Kean with a disc. Big fakes on the mark. This time Mark stays on the feet. Previously, I guess somebody gave them the map in the end. Mark Kean once again. I wouldn't be surprised if Chevron would go for a deep option.
Defense is looking better from BORA here. That initial phase of play.
Ooh, I love the big shot fakes. And the handler.
They competed for the first couple of passes there, but as soon as the point developed, every BORA player was trailing. There was a huge amount of space.
Indeed. If you can go as a Josh Kean from the handler position and sky everyone in end zone just like that, like, defense has to do something about it.
Exactly. And it's a very, very still day. People, especially players of this caliber, can probably put the disc anywhere on the pitch they wanted. Looks like Chevron are calling a timeout, maybe just trying to rest some legs, take a bit more time out of the game.
I think they're just playing with the time because the time management is quite a big key in this game. First game of the day still, 3 games ahead of the teams. Exactly. Quite rough schedule, I would say, but yeah, Chevron up 12-7. Oh!
So during this timeout, just roll a clip.
Yeah, I previously heard that during the timeout we will have a quick commercial as well.
Hi, this is Vest. Me and my camera have been covering Ultimate Frisbee since 2012, and now I've been working with Ulti TV, streaming Ultimate Frisbee for you. And if you become a patron member, we can offer you more contents, especially those games that, you know, they are not live stream and they're happening at the end of the game. Half of it I can move and go in there and stream live. So become a member, go on Ulti TV.
All right, we're back in action. Seems like Chevron is ready to throw a pull. So still BORA trailing by 5 points. Interesting to say what BORA should do against the Chevron. For me, it's hard to say.
It does come down to those really rubbish things to turn around and say, but work harder, run harder, really try and develop your cuts onto the open side.
Easier said than done.
Easier said than done, especially against this caliber of opposition.
True, you can definitely sense the experience
There's that
in
flick
between.
pull again. That flick pull sat really nicely.
That flick pull looks really solid. I wish one of my teammates would have such a flick, but BORA going it deep and gets an easy one.
Looks much, much better.
Number 85 on the BORA side flex his muscles. Gideon Sheck with his second assist of the game. He got a goal and a turnover as well, so pretty much even spread out across the stat sheets. A big throw, big grab in the end zone, and the score is 12-8 in the favor of Chevron. We still got like 10 minutes remaining, right?
That's correct, yeah. It's more of what BORA would like to see. First cut getting really big open on that open side. Option is not quite coming, but then a bit of separation deep. And even double coverage from Chevron can't really stop that throw.
Yeah, you can definitely sense the zone was trying to get there, but once you miss the first or second step, it's hard to get it back if you don't have that speed. All right, so let's see if the Chevron will fire back with taste some of your own medicine stuff.
So off the back of a big run of breaks for Chevron, we're now looking back to each offensive line holding. We've not seen any turnovers the last couple of points.
That's true. Last 1, 2, 3, 4 points without a single turnover.
A big change in this game, but it feels like the damage has been done.
Definitely 5 breaks earlier from Chevron. That was a bit painful to watch.
5 breaks, but they managed to 5 turns, but they managed to put them all in.
Exactly. So Chevron, quick inside throw, almost at the break mark. Central field, looking for some options. Seems like we got a pick call. I wouldn't be too surprised about the pick call in this case. But let's see, stall count should go back to like 3 or 2. Yeah, stall count is 3. So stalling 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, pretty late throw, but Josh Guillaume with the disc. Main handler looking for a dump.
Bit messy in that reset space there.
Yeah, the other handler kind of used this open space, but worked out fine for the guys. Oh, nice fakes to clear the mark. Josh Guillaume. Ooh, what a big grab there. Oh, BORA is trying everything to stop Chevron, but it's not working. Chevron up 13-8.
23 from BORA there, really putting the effort in to generate the turn. I've not got their name on the stat sheet, but that was exactly what they want to be seeing, but the whole way through this game.
Yeah, exactly. Like a bit too late to shift into this gear, but it's still nice that they're not giving up and still trying full send.
Yeah, it's important to play with a bit of pride. Like, try and close it up. Don't fall away from this game. Don't let Chevron win too easily.
You can see smiles on BORA's side after such a big play. You can see they're not hanging their heads down and be like, oh man, I hate this, but they're like, oh, it was so close.
Well, it's lovely out here. Lovely tournament, lovely setup, lovely country, lovely frisbee. What's there not to enjoy?
True. As I mentioned before the game, I was talking with them and they're just super excited to be part of this tournament with such a high level here. So I guess they're using everything what they can to soak it in, because not every day you can play against Chevron, which is like the second best team in UK, right?
That's
for
correct, yeah.
How many years? Like probably +10, right?
+10 indeed.
So it's one of the best teams in Europe. Another big pull. Will we see another Callahan maybe? Seems like the defense is not ready for it yet, but BORA. Will they go for another deep shot? Previously worked out fine. Number 43. One of the youngest players on the field, previously with the disc. And easy point for BORA. Let's go. You can feel the energy from the sideline. They're just happy to get their 9th point.
Aren't they? Yeah. That's exactly what you want to see.
They're just happy to get another point on the board. 13-9 in the favor of Chevron. We got the last couple of minutes left.
Chevron's D-line, if anything, look a bit down with that. They'd expect to do a little bit better.
But if you're Chevron, you only have 2 offensive holds left to finish the game. So in the worst case, it's 1 offense and a break. So, but yeah, we haven't seen many turnovers in the last couple of points. So the game is quite watchable.
Indeed, especially if these teams take this sort of late game performance into their following games. They could be real challenges, especially BORA, who've not had the easiest route to this game.
Exactly. That's quite interesting. So who's the best stat sheet player on the BORA side? What do you think? I think they are... it's Nick Schulz, number 4.
Yeah, number 4 has been distributing with 3 assists and 1 turnover, being one of their key handlers. Trump as well with two scores and an assist.
Not bad for a BORA side, because it seems like everyone is getting a touch on the disc and everyone is getting a playing time. Let's see if Chevron can pretty much seal the deal with a quick point here. Looking for a reset. Swings it to the opposite side of the field.
Oh,
what
another
an
bid.
effort! It's so painful to see those close efforts on the defense and the quick point from the Chevron. Wow. Number 7, Stefan from the BORA side, playing for 6 years, playing on the defense. Energy engineer student. Huh, interesting.
Well, you do tend to find like ultimate frisbee players, almost all university educated, lots of engineers, lots of smart people play this sport.
Well, a fact about him, it's steal your girl by doing ice bath together in his Eastone.
Well, remind me to stay away from the chat.
All right, so if you see Stefan close to your girl, you know he's the mister. I'm gonna steal your girl, though.
So we've got 5 minutes left of this game.
I would say, Stefan, you better should steal those discs than girls if you're playing Ultimate on this type of a scene.
Exactly, get the disc first before you start chatting.
Yeah. But hey, everybody got their own stuff. So we get a 5-minute warning.
And 14-9 to Chevron. Maybe the final point.
Well,
Chevron would like to finish on a high for their D-line.
A big pull from the Chevron side. So yeah, let's see if BORA will manage to extend this game a bit more or Chevron will seal the deal, and we will go to the quick break before the next game. All right. Wooning on the sideline. Back to the Schulz.
Good work in this zone from Chevron, switching, leaving one of the handlers unmarked and double marking upfield, making sure there's no deep option.
Scuba? Oh, yes, sir. A crafty throw from the BORA side gets their 9th point of the game, or is it a 10th point? I guess it's 14-10 in favor of Chevron, but wow.
Do you expect Chevron's O-line to put this in like they put everything else in?
To be honest, I don't expect more than 4 passes because they got 5 options, like 5 opportunities to seal the game, and it's less than 5 minutes. I think they could just literally try to huck it. Maybe they don't want to play defense, so playing it safe would be better, but for the show, you know, big grab, big flick, I wouldn't be surprised if they want to show off.
Especially for the stream.
Exactly.
Four offensive points now without a turn. They're going to be off the back of some high confidence.
Well, it seems like they got their typical O-line. We have seen these guys on O-line for the most of the game. But let's see, BORA on last couple of points have been super close on defense. Plus you can hear the energy from the BORA side still. In last 5 minutes, pretty much nothing you can do at this point anymore, but they're not giving up. So Josh Kiem, a crafty no-look pass right there. A zony look. All right, Chevron over the midway. Almost there, looking for a swing. Josh Kiem. Hammer. Will he get it? Oh, and that's the game, ladies and gentlemen.
You got what you asked for. Spicy show off for the stream.
Well,
end the game.
Hello, I'd like to give a quick shout out to Joshua Eels at home today. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Josh.
And happy birthday, Josh.
Yeah, happy birthday, Josh, on the birthday. So, a lovely gift from the teammates. 15-10 win in their second Powerpool game over the BORA. So, Chevron walks through this game 15-10.
Yeah, quite a messy start to this game. Quite a few turnovers, it tightened up, but BORA started to look much better in the back end of that game, but couldn't quite bring it in, couldn't turn over that Chevron offensive line. I think they'd be quite happy with how they finished that game and confident going for the rest.
Well, yeah, the midway of the game, those 5 breaks on the Chevron side, I guess that was the big killer on the BORA side. But overall, BORA, if we're not looking those 5 breaks, they did phenomenal job. Not that much turnovers, very good movement with the disc. On the defense, just a bit more, and it would be there. But all right, so we will cut it here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. It was Michael, Paul, and Didzis Mulders. See you later, guys. Bye.
Thank you very much.
Merci beaucoup.
Alti.tv